Whisper Ramble life update catch up with you guys, because I mean, firstly, I feel like other than my most recent video, I haven't really spoken to you guys since 2024 began. So I mean, I'm late, but Happy New Year. I have loads to catch you up on. I can't remember when my last sort of Whisper Ramble was, but yeah, lots has happened since, so I'll just get straight in. Speaking of New Year and everything else, I'm going to cover off things like resolutions, or I guess goals or ambitions for the year. I love New Year so much. I love the idea of a clean slate for the year ahead. I know that a lot of people can find it a lot of pressure to, you know, like there's the whole New Year, New Me, but I kind of just see it as an opportunity to set new goals. I'm a bit of a procrastinator, so when it comes to trying new things or making a start on something, I'm like, oh, it's Thursday, might as well get the weekend out the way and then I'll start fresh on Monday or something like that. So New Year is kind of like a good reason for me to be like, right, I'm gonna get started on doing the things that I've been putting off, or I don't know, making changes. It's just something I enjoy, and I always feel like after Christmas I'm ready for it. I feel like I've had my cozy mode. So yeah, although I have been reading my 2024 almanac, which is a book that is a seasonal guide to living through the year. So I mean, they talk about meditations, gardening, things that you should look out for in the sky, like the stars and everything. And I mean, everybody talks about a January slump, but at the same time people feel pressure to do, I don't know, like reinvent themselves in the new year. But actually, according to the almanac, you should be taking everything very slowly at this time of year, well, in January and coming into February, and then it's kind of not until spring that you kind of come out of your hibernation mode. So I guess when it comes to how I tend to tackle my year, it's that I have these ideas for the year, but January is almost more of a planning phase, and then like soft launching when it comes into spring. So that's how I kind of plan to go forward. So I have a little list here of things to talk to you guys about. My sort of ambitions for the year are to make a bit more time for myself. I prioritize other people ahead of what my needs are, so I tend to be quite a yes person, I guess, like a bit of a people pleaser. So I tend to, if I want a night in, for example, but people are going out, I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll come, when actually I just want to stay home. So this year I'm going to do a bit more of thinking about what I actually need to do for myself. If I need to stay in, I will stay in. If I want to lay in the bath for an hour, I will lay in the bath for an hour and just kind of take time to reset, because I think that sometimes I'm always thinking like I need to be doing something that I don't then relax. I don't relax. But yeah, I'm gonna try and do more of that. My next thing is that I want to focus on my creative side. I am naturally like a super creative person, but what I have done for a career for the past 10 years, or 10 years prior to working with my partner, I was working in finance, and that really stunted my creativity. But since I've left that industry, I've been able to think more clearly and reassess what I want to do, which is why I started this channel as well. I mean, I love ASMR, watched it for years before thinking about starting a channel, and almost when I had more brain space, I was like, oh, maybe I could do that. I think I would really enjoy it, and I do. So yeah, I think this year I'm going to prioritize being creative. I have a few like creative projects in mind that I want to do, so I just want to do it and stop procrastinating and talking about it, and just actually take the plunge and like sort of trust that I can do it. I think sometimes I can be a bit self-conscious of putting myself out there creatively because I haven't done it for such a long time, but you guys have been super supportive, which has helped my confidence, and yeah, I think I can do it, so I'm just gonna give it a go. The next thing is I want to be more focused on my exercise. I've always been an incredibly sporty person. I did every sport under the sun growing up, and I'm like good at sport, but because again with working in an office I just felt very drained a lot of the time, so I wasn't prioritizing looking after myself. But now obviously my job, I'm a gardener, just put that out there. Now that my job is a lot more active, I'm able to really think about what it is that my body needs, and so we've been doing some at-home exercises. I want to get back into my swimming and everything like that. I've also started running. I wouldn't necessarily call myself a runner, but I think it is a good challenge for me. So we'll see. My mum and I are running together, and I am going to be taking my dog with me going forward. He has so much energy, and we found this running belt, so it goes around your waist and it clips onto him, and it's kind of like a bungee one, so there's not a ton of if he pulls away from me, I'm not going to kind of go sideways. So yeah, I'm hoping that he'll be enjoying that as well, so we'll see. I also want to prioritize having fun. Ties into the taking time for myself, because if I'm doing things that I want to do, I will have fun. So yeah, kind of self-explanatory, but just having fun I think is a massive priority for me. And the last thing is I want to be driven. I talked about being creative, but I want to make sure that I have drive behind my creativity. I want to make sure that I am prioritizing things like this channel and any other projects that I have. I think I'll probably keep you guys posted as and when those come to fruition, but yeah, in the meantime, this is kind of the main thing that I want to focus on. I would love to be able to do YouTube full time. Obviously I would have to be a lot more consistent with the videos, I'm aware of that, but it's probably not something that I allowed myself to think of as a possible future endeavour until this winter. I think I just enjoyed doing it, but when I was talking to my wife, she was like, if you enjoy doing it, why would you not consider it? Yeah, I mean, it would just be nice if something I enjoyed became what I did day to day. So we'll see. In terms of what I have been up to, it is now early January, and we have been back home for, I want to say, maybe 2 weeks, not 1 but 2 weeks, and where we were prior to that was the UK, the mainland. on the lookout for a new sort of travelling van. But yeah, we took the ferry over to the mainland, and then we went to places like Glastonbury, Cheddar Gorge, Whitstable, Canterbury. We went to the Peak District, and my wife is from Yorkshire, so we went up to Yorkshire to stay with family for a little while. We did want to go up to Scotland, but we had ice on the inside of the van. We went during January, as I said, so it was extremely cold. At one stage it was like -10, -15, depending on where we were. And one morning we woke up and I had to use the hairdryer to defrost. I had to use the hairdryer to defrost the windows. So as you can imagine, it was extremely cold. So what we decided was that we would go to my wife's family slightly ahead of schedule, and then kind of use that as a base to then travel, to then travel further up the country. But it was loads of fun. We love travelling. I mean, in an ideal world, we would pack our bags and just explore everywhere. I think that would kind of be our end goal, to be able to work on the road. Whilst we were travelling, we went to a place called Oxfordshire, and we stayed in something called an Airstream. If you don't know what an Airstream is, it is a... how would I describe it? It's a trailer, I guess. A towable caravan. I'll pop a photo here of an example, but we went to stay in one because it has always been sort of an ambition of mine and my wife's to be able to buy one, and in an ideal world sort of travel and live in one. But yeah, so we went to go and stay in an Airstream that was like an Airbnb, and we absolutely loved it. And as it happened, the guy who we rented from imports and renovates and then sells Airstreams, so it kind of felt almost too big of a coincidence for it to not be meant to be. So we went to his workshop, he invited us down to have a look, and the long story short is we have bought an Airstream. It's been on our vision boards since we started doing vision boards, so like it was planned for, but perhaps not. We weren't expecting to buy one that day, let's put it that way. So that is in the pipeline. I would love to be in a position to travel more as of next year. But yeah, I think I need to really focus on the creative things that I want to do so that we can be in a position to earn money as we travel. So we're kind of in the means to an end stage. We're not at the end, we're not at the beginning, we're kind of in that grey zone of things just kind of happening and hoping that everything works out in the end. But I find that exciting, I enjoy that. So I have seen a few ASMR creators doing like vlog channels, and I think like even before doing an ASMR channel, I had considered doing more of like a vlog style channel. It almost acts like a virtual journal, I guess. I think there's something nice about having like a back catalogue of things that we have done when we were younger and the adventures that we got up to and how we were feeling in that time. I love Danny ASMR's vlogs. I can't remember which Carolina it is, North or South, but I'm pretty sure she's from one of the Carolinas. And her vlog channel, I think, is called Truly Danny. She is about to pop up with a baby boy at the moment, and it's just kind of very relaxed, chilled, kind of like being social without actually socialising, which can be quite nice, you know, if you're just pottering around the house. So I really enjoyed watching those, so I thought, well, I mean, it's nice to do them so that I kind of have like a little memory capture, but also you kind of get that social element from watching them. So yeah, it's just a thought at the moment. I think I would look to start it kind of in the spring as things are picking up. So yeah, let me know what you think about that, whether that would be something of interest. Obviously it's a little bit more personal because it's what I'm doing day to day or week to week, so yeah, just a thought. I would say that is mostly what we've been up to. Travelling obviously was a significant amount of the time between New Year and now, because we were away for I think about 3 to 4 weeks. We've had family birthdays and stuff like that, you know, like sort of day-to-day life things. Trying to think what else. I think that is probably about it, but yeah, I've been doing kind of a lot more self-care, taking things slowly, and trying to work on planning for projects in the future. Like I say, I was kind of using January as like a planning phase, getting myself in the right headspace for what I wanted to do, doing some studying about what I wanted to do, and yeah, we'll see how those go. I'm doing a lot of reading. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking